ready for some football now from Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
On first down, it's Penix. He'll get this to Pitts once more. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat. He does the rest.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
At the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Another run here for Robinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here is Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he will score! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Falcons.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively, to be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown. That is a dream start for this offense.
Falcons 7, Jaguars nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Play action now. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Divine Diablo. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
A gain of
17 yards on that connection. First down, Jacksonville.
First down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
They'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's the former Colorado Buff, Travis Hunter. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 19 in the air. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
42-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Bayshul Tootin. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. Lawrence. Open man, his tight end screen. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Jacoby Myers was the intended target. It's 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
At the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Lawrence. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Bayshul Tootin. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
And And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Tyler Goodson. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. We'll go play action now with Penix. He's going to take a shot down the field. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
This is one of those plays where you either have to just eat it or you got to make a better decision on where you throw that ball, because you continue to throw the ball into these crowds, especially under pressure. You're going to turn the ball over, balls are going to get tipped up in the air, and bad things are going to happen. So, fortunately for him, it winds up incomplete, but got to expect better decision-making as the game goes on.
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. He'll get about 2. Boye Aluakin with the play.
A gain of 2.
They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll throw. It's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Atlanta.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd and 10. Now Penix. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive linemen to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Folks' kick is good. And the Falcons will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession with a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And mark them down up beyond the 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Now Penix to throw on second down. That one taken in by London. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 18 yards on the connection. It's good for a Falcon first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground You break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Atlanta.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
That'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. From the gun, it's Penix. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Falcons. Now, Folk, on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Falcons will get out in front, 17-7.
Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jags offense are about ready to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. This drive begins with a run by Tootin. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of
So this
7.
team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. He's got miles on the completion.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Open right side. That strains the tight end. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
25-yard line.
Second down and 3. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. That is caught at the 3. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Jaguars.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Lawrence going to give it to Chitton. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. To throw is Lawrence. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming, from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery.
Recovered by the Falcons.
They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's into the hands of Olamide Zaccheaus. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
And I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one. But after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man.
And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Here's a designed run. He'll run again.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's good for a Jaguars.
A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
41-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He'll manage only a couple. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Left side, caught by Hunter. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on fourth down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on third down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Lawrence to throw for it on fourth down. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. And it works out as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard
Offensively,
line.
landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50.
It's a gain
A
of
big
31
play
yards.
for Jacksonville.
That's another
31 yards.
Jaguars first down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On first down, they'll go with Tootin. And he'll take this forward for about 3.
He was
It's
brought
second down.
at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Now this looks like a design run. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Back at the 13-yard
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Jaguars 14.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Devin Tompkins on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Play action. It's Penix. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this just shows how special he can be.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll begin the fourth by giving it to Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
They'll run the sneak, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mark, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, they need 3. And here's Bijan. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's hard. Downfield by Hunter. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First and 10 at the
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. Now, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Set up the screen here for Chutin. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
18-yard line.
Now Lawrence. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
To second and 10.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strain. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
On the toss, it's Robinson. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Here's Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down by 13, 2:15 to go. And this is the break they were looking for. A chance to get back in it late. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Waste of time.
They'll drop to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are back within 6.
Jaguars 21.
A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
The onside kick.
Yeah, Mike, and that should just about do it. They do have 1 timeout, so if you can get some stops, use your timeout. Theoretically, you can get the ball back. Not going to have a lot of time. Probably going to need a miracle finish.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Penix now going to keep it on the zone read. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on 3rd down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
So that brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt. And deep to return, that is Parker Washington. Now it's the Jags' turn. Trailing by 6. A little over 30 seconds remain. Needing to pretty much go the length of the field as they begin with 1st and 10. Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
Now, a big third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's going to have a Jags first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Jacksonville. Good night, everyone.